Hi, good evening. Amanda Cooper, East Vincent Township. I'm speaking to keeping masks optional and ending all COVID-related restrictions. The CDC conducted 2 studies this year, which compared 2020 to 2019. The first study found that mental health-related emergency room visits for kids increased 31%. The second study shows that emergency room visits for suicide attempts increased some months more than 50%. These are for kids statistics. The CDC director stated, quote, "We're seeing sadly far greater suicides now than we are deaths from COVID," end quote. The CDC announced, ironically, in May 2020 in their policy review regarding masks, quote, "There is limited evidence for their effectiveness in preventing influenza virus transmission, either when worn by the infected person for source control or when worn by uninfected persons to reduce exposure. Our systematic review found no significant effect of face masks on transmission of laboratory-confirmed influenza," end quote. While the masks are not effective in preventing the spread of a virus, scientific studies, however, do show that they lower oxygen levels in the blood while raising carbon dioxide levels, affect respiratory physiological function, actually trap exhaled viral pathogens, they collect and colonize viruses and bacteria, are dangerous for those with asthma and other respiratory issues, and are a major threat to a child's development due to anxiety, sleep problems, and creating a fear of germs. Parents are who decide what is best for their children's health, including whether to wear a mask. Decisions regarding my kids' health is the job of my husband and I, and only my husband and I. Let me be very clear. The 9 of you are not authorized to make medical decisions for my children. For the sake of our children's mental health and overall well-being, restrictions should be completely lifted for fall 2021 and going forward. This includes stopping social distancing, temperature checks, mandatory COVID testing and contact tracing, removing plexiglass dividers, and masks must be optional for all. Extracurricular activities in classrooms need to return to normal. Do not continue to perpetuate the damage already caused by these restrictions. Regarding mask requirements on buses, U.S. Code for Transportation literally states that, quote, "Public transportation does not include school bus service." I urge you to take a stand and say mask optional for buses as well. Let's move forward with the knowledge and science we now have that tells us we need to get these kids back to normal without any restrictions. To all 9 of the elected board members before me, please respect the rights and freedoms of the families of this community. You must consider the health and well-being of OJR students and vote no to mask requirements in school and on buses, social distancing, vaccine and testing requirements, and any and all other restrictions. It is time to stand up and say enough is enough. Thank you.